So we are here on a Monday, as always, and we are talking to the dragons. We are letting the dragons guide us. No matter what's going on in your life, the dragons are here to guide you. And that's not a thing from the faint-hearted, because the dragons are very direct. And even though life gets in the way and you get caught up in the daily grind and the endless to-do lists and driving here and driving there and washing the dishes and cleaning your boots, all the rest of it, we have expectations of others and we lose sight of ourselves. We lose sight of what's going on in the rush, in the need to fill all the space in, and what to do next, without taking a moment to consider who we are, where we want to go, what we want, what truly makes us happy, and the ascension, the soul growth that we are on, which means that we're not listening to the guidance that is already there. We are surrounded and being shown guidance all the time. There is no such thing as a coincidence. There is always guidance happening. There is always things going on. So that's why it's essential to sometimes take a step back. Use these Mondays, for example, to pick a card. Pick card number 1, 2, 3 or 4, just to bring you back, just to come inside, just to say, hello, I'm here, I've come, I'm listening. This should be a daily practice to be able to go in. And eventually you'll go in so often and so easily that it won't be a struggle to go in anymore and have that guidance come back to you. And that is what I am here for, is to teach you how to reconnect with who you are, reconnect with your soul, understand the guidance that's coming through. Now, if you're in business, often we get stuck so much in the strategy and the things to do and just so much going on that we never really get to the bottom of what it is that our clients actually want. We think we know, because that's what we think we know, but we haven't listened to the higher guidance. We haven't listened to the information coming from source to say that may be what your old clients needed, but you want to up level, you want to go to new clients, or you want a different thing happening in your life. Like, always being able to tune in and ask for guidance is the surefire, finger snapping, quickest way to do things, rather than trying to work it out and overthink things. It just makes my throat really really sore to think about how much thinking goes on and how much we're not able to express ourselves because we're not bringing out what we came here to do. The highest goal for your soul ascension and your soul work is to connect with your divine nature. Now, the dragon cards, are always talking about bringing yourself back to your soul. Come in. Your income. Come into your income. Find out where it is. Where are your clients? What are they doing? How can you find them? Where are they? Who are they? What will they buy? What won't they buy? Sometimes you have to work out exactly what you don't want before you've worked out what you do want. But, the guidance has already done it. It already knows exactly. And this is where we come every single week to listen to what is your next step to get that connection back with your soul so that you start listening to the guidance. So being able to retreat, being able to just go away from the world, that incessant need to work all the time without playing, or that you're searching for the money, or you're questing for something else, or being able to hear your guidance is so valuable. Being able to know what questions to ask to be able to get your guidance come back to you. Being able to interpret what the guidance is saying to you is so valuable. Most of you have guidance already, you're already listening, you've already got it, but then sometimes you want to home into it and just go, why can't I get it for this, or why can't I get it for something else? So during these moments of retreat, going into yourself, taking the step back, pausing, really being able to connect in with yourself, retreating into yourself, having a retreat, is the opportunity, is the precious time to listen. So often we're just not listening because I haven't got time for that. I can't meditate now. I can't do this. I can't do that. If you're looking to generate something to shift the world, you're on the leading edge. You're a change maker. You're a risk taker. You're doing things in a different way. And if things are not working out for you, then sometimes it's just because your level of listening is just not quite what it could be. So I will be doing some challenges in the next few weeks just on being able to give you tips and highlights and techniques as to how to really get your guidance on board, how to get you on board with your guidance so that you can receive guidance. It's all about you, nothing about anyone else. So pick a number now, 1 to 4, and I will start shuffling the cards and pulling these out for you so that I can give you the message from your soul this week to say, this would make things so much easier if I could talk to you. So let's just see what the cards come out. So picking card number 1 right now. Just going to wait for that to pop out of the deck as it normally does when when I'm shuffling the cards and they fly everywhere. And it says me, pick me. So we've picked a card. It is Seraphina. So Seraphina is the dragon, card number 1, and she is all about being able to, I'm just seeing if I can do this as well at the same time. Oh, yes, I can. Woohoo! All right, okay. So, Seraphina is the golden dragon, and she came to me when I was visiting her in the cave, in the golden cave. Seraphina came to me. She is card number 1 this week. She has to say to you, if you chose number 1 this week, she is saying to you, the spell has to be broken. The knowledge has to come through. So what are we talking about this week? What's the theme this week? It's predominantly all about the guidance has to come through. You have to start listening. You have to start understanding and stop getting swallowed up in the daily grind and the lists of things to do. So we're looking for card number 2, and I will read it to you like Jack and Ori. I shall read you the message of card number 2 from Seraphina. Got glasses on. So this is, the spell has to be broken, the knowledge has to come through. You have much needed knowledge that needs to come through right now. That would be your guidance. Oh my God, your guidance. There is so much guidance available for you. The spell has to be broken. Things are already changing for you. The old ways do not work so well for you anymore. Enough time has passed in the struggle. It's time to access your power. What's the power? Your guidance. Access your power, which is the power to create magic and miracles. Listen to your guidance. The planet and the population are evolving rapidly. Those who wish to shift into being conscious creators to wield this power for the good and for the fun, for the play and for experience of feeling 100% alive, and just experiencing your time on the planet is this earthly flesh and bones body as the creator of a life and a business well lived. You can experience creation and being able to create out of energy, out of vibration, out of ether, out of nothing. And yet it is out of everything. You are listening to the guidance. You are taking the guidance that you are given. Everything is possible for you. Anybody can create. There is a potential to go from sickness to health. Anybody can change their focus. You call in what you want. Once you are clear and know without a doubt that this is what you want and you feel it in your vibration, once you know that the feeling and the energy of this is what you want, and it's as simple and as hard as that. And the dragons, Seraphina, Raphael, all of them, the 8 dragons that we have to do with manifesting, they will help you see the signs and interpret the signs as to what is going on and what is coming next. That was card number 1. So let me make a note of that. Number 2. So let's pick out card number 2. The theme this week being always have to go back to the theme, so I'm just talking to the cards when I'm shuffling them, just letting them know what the theme is all about, the theme that they have given me. Sometimes we humans get caught up in the daily grind. We're not asking for guidance. We're not allowing ourselves to go further forward. We're not allowing ourselves to really understand a little bit more about what is possible for us. Got endless to-do lists, expectations. Your highest goal for your ascension and your soul is to connect with your divine nature. Okay, cool. So we have a card straight away that pops out. The card that pops out straight away now is Bloom. Bloom is the most playful, frivolous, unapologetic, wild, savage, in a very fun way, pink dragon. She is like the actress and the singer Pink. So her message here is freedom. Feel the free flow of life force energy in every cell, every movement and every thought. That is now the card number 48. Let me find that in the bookie. These are the dragon cards, by the way, Awaken with the Dragons. In other words, the dragons are guiding you to your soul. They are the guides for your soul, to awaken your soul. Let your soul all the way through. So they are giving us the methods on how we do that. They are guiding you. Depending on what number you've picked, that will be the best action that you need to take this week. You are perfectly capable, perfectly willing and perfectly happy to give you these cards, but in order to make the change in your life, you need to take the action step that is coming through in the card. So, again, freedom, to feel the free flow of life force energy in every cell, movement and thought. It's interesting, this view that humans have of life, with all of its variations and manifestations, as something that needs to be solid, reliable, foundations, walls, boundaries and imposed limitations. It seems to need to be reliable to be able to support you. And so your life looks as though it has become so still and serious and static. It looks like you're hanging onto the sides of the swimming pool, when in real life, all life moves, it grows, it weaves, it changes, it flows, expands, loops and flourishes. Let's talk about swimming and dancing with life and movement. The world around you is made of life force energy and is pulsing vibration, a frequency, a wave that moves constantly. The flow of life is a movement, yet you are still sitting still in meditation. You're at your desk, you're in your chair, waiting for inspiration, waiting for that guidance. The world and all the energy around you and inside you has become static, still, stagnant, when the opposite is what is needed right now. Sometimes guidance comes through when you're having raucous fun, when you're dancing, when you're singing, when you're laughing with friends. That's the best way for it to come through. The energetic field itself is not static. It is a freely moving field. It's energy, so it moves. If it's static, it can and it will break down. It'll crack. It'll flake away. It can get rotten and brittle and snap and crack. So the movement is necessary. All of the moves that flow are requested to be integrated all the way up and all the way down. The sideways, the ins, the outs, the energy is like cellular membrane that pulses and adjusts like a dance. If you want, you might like to see energy as a jelly or as a net or something like that, but it is moving, it is a current running and pulsing through it. And to get that current moving, you are asked to go beyond simple walking or even running in a straight line. You will be called to feel the ecstatic life force energy running through you to your very core, running this energy into your mind, into every single cell, and then following this as a person expression as you move in alignment with the pulsations. Listening to the pulse and the frequency, which is like an energetic note that has a unique rhythm and a tone of music. Here you have an exquisite invitation to connect to yourself, your feet on the earth, finding your roots and origins, and then maybe find others in a whole new way, sensing and feeling your way forwards, playfully letting the ecstatic music carry you. Bloom is very, very, very into movement. She's very into play. She's very into all of that. She exudes life force energy, and she will not be held down. She will not be tamed. So that is a message from Bloom. There is a little bit more in the book about that particular message. It goes on for another couple of pages. And when you listen to the messages, allow the frequency of the message that's being delivered to flood through your body, to flood into every single cell, so that you have the essence of what the card and the message is actually really all about. These are your guidance. This is the guidance that you wanted. This is the guidance that you're getting. So you are perfectly willing to listen to the card and do nothing. But if you want the change, then listen to the card, take the action, do the work, make the changes, and then things will definitely shift for you. If you don't want to change, scroll on by. Just like go, nope, not for me. So here we go. We are pulling out card number 3, and Raphael has popped up. Raphael. Now, he is card number 19. The evidence you required is right here. So often people are wanting guidance. The most common question I get asked is, I don't trust my guidance. I don't know how to ask the questions. I don't know how to interpret the questions. But the guidance is already here, and it's just a question of slowing down and listening to what that guidance is. So let's see what Raphael has to say. Now here's card number 19. The evidence you required is right here. Okay, here we are, straight away. Card number 19. Doo-doo-doo. Right, the evidence you required is here. The pulse that you feel inside of you to change and play a new game is strong right now. You feel compelled to turn things up, turn things around, and you require the evidence to know that you're on the right path. You feel you can do this only if you have the evidence that it will work first, which is when you are living with the feeling of when your desire has been delivered already. Consider it a done deal. Maybe your desire is a lease of life of ease, or a feeling of 100% alive, experiencing life and everything that life has to offer. When it's the other way around. If you're able to feel your dream as already here and being experienced as you live your day, this would just feel lighter and easier, and everything is working out really, really well. Everything that you think will happen, can happen, does happen, and you will have to still keep sending and feeling of the evidence of that to arrive. Again, it's an expansive feeling, a deeply satisfying feeling. It's warm and comfortable and safe and adventurous, exciting and fun. Spontaneity, and like leaping without a safety net and trusting that there is a feeling inside your body, that there are no limitations to this human body, and that you will land safely. That the edges of the body are very, very fine and light, and that you have access to everything you want because you are constantly creating and filtering your experience. This is living life in a very, very different way. When you choose to manifest, when you choose to receive the guidance that is available for you, this is what Raphael wants, a little bit more detail. It requires a mastery of thought, the mastery of your mind, the mastery of your overthinking, analysing, looking for evidence mind. This requires a level of trust from the personality to allow the spirit and the soul to think in a way that is limitless, light, exuberant, looking for spontaneity, looking for excitement, and a life full of pleasant surprises and trusting then that everything will be okay. Again, Raphael, he is a massive, massive silver dragon. He is absolutely intent on being your favourite professor. That is his energy. He absolutely wants you to succeed, and he will do anything to make you succeed. But what he does need are the details. He needs the details woven through so that he understands exactly what it is that you want. Otherwise, it's just all a little bit too vague. All right, we're moving on now to card number 4. Again, the theme, sometimes we get caught up too much in the daily grind. Our endless to-do lists, expectations of others, and that's why it's essential to take the step back and listen, retreat, stop all the outside world and retreat and come in. Let's see what card comes up for card number 4, number 4. If you chose to listen to the message that's coming through from card number 4, let that come through now. Way. Okay. Ugh. This is card number 59, and it is Utopia. Utopia is like living in a dream world. Life is just so easy when we are living in Utopia. So card number 4, Utopia. Card number 59, beyond love and what we know and have experienced of love. Remembering that the theme is all about, it's essential to be able to take that step back, to be able to retreat, to be able to come back into you, connect with your soul, to find out what your guidance is. It's not going to just jump up at you as you walk down the high street or you're in your car. There are questions that need to be asked, you know, and I'm going to teach you exactly what those questions are. But let's listen to Utopia first, beyond love and what you have experienced as love. If you are like me, you have been on a life's journey, a quest to discover love. What does love really feel like? How do I attract the love that I want? And then discovering that I knew what love was all along. I couldn't see it from the outside. It wasn't coming to me from the outside, but it definitely was on the inside. That is the message. So here is an expansion beyond love that you seek. A quest that is not necessarily for the majority of the population to know about. However, the more of the population that have that ability to feel the frequency of love and are able to step more into this frequency of love, the faster huge consequences can happen for the overall planet and population's vibration. There was something else in the message today as well that I was given. The highest goal of your soul and ascension journey is that your soul work is to connect with your divine nature and hear the guidance that is available for you. Oh, God, I love these cards. Your curiosity to experience and know what is beyond love is a feeling of mass expansion and a gentle connectedness to every single particle of the world, connected and feeling the capacity of love, everything and everyone. This is the state you might decide to call pure bliss. The feeling is being in an altered state of awe and wonder, a childlike state. Other adequate descriptions of the word of the feeling state that is beyond love would be enlightened, in a blissful state, peaceful, ecstatic. There is a specific feeling that goes with this and lands in the human body that is that it can feel quite heavy as it arrives, and that it is grounding and very fulfilling, and has you reach beyond your normal states and experiencing an expansion of your own energy. The energy is one that is really difficult to contain and can be difficult to understand, as you cannot hold it or touch it or keep it or own it. but just sense it and let it soak in and be experienced. The experience of feeling pure bliss and love can be mind-blowing. As you entered into altered states, as it grows within you, developing a capacity, resembles being an enlightened being, as you would imagine Buddha or Jesus being, and they were just in love, open and accepting the whole time. Again, that is part of the message from Utopia, not the entire message. Remembering that the dragons are the guides to your soul. They are bringing you home to your soul so that you can experience that depth of love, that success in your business, but it all comes from inside. Not something that is coming from the outside. It's no strategy or formulas or anything like that that can be created on the outside. You can't buy success. It has to come from you, and it comes guided. It comes to you because it is a guidance from your soul, from your higher self. And that is what we are here to do, to understand the messages that are coming from our business, because our business is a living, breathing, conscious being, entity. The same as your car, your computer, your home, your body, everything, all relationships, everything is linked. And I see that more and more and more now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to the dragon cards. Thank you for appreciating them and doing your homework for whatever the message was that you received. You are actually taking it, you're honoring it, and you're actually doing the work. If you're not interested in changing, scroll on by, scroll on past, because we are here to help bring about massive changes, huge consequences when you start listening to your guidance. Thank you so much for being here. I shall see you again next Monday.